Windshield swapped. I was going to make a video about actually doing it. However, I thought it was just going to be a quick crack fail. I didn't, because I've never swapped a windshield before, really. So, it was my first windshield swap, and it was, it's an expensive windshield. So, so I was like, well, it was worth a try. It actually became a success. I honestly thought I had like a 90% chance, 80 to 95% chance that I was just going to crack the windshield right away. So, but what I did is I got a Sawzall blade, little metal blade, not the two. It's more of the fine tooth for, like, the thicker metal type. You don't want you want to get the small fine tooth metal Sawzall blade, and I attacked it from under here with that, and then it got kind of part of the VIN, which doesn't matter. It's fortunately it's going to go to the scrap yard. It has the full VIN over here, so, and on the label, and then of course I have the title and everything, but it's going to go to the scrap yard. I need the space in the garage more than anything. That's what I'm stoked about. I'm stoked it's getting out of here, because now that the windshield's not in here, it's of no use to me anymore. So, yeah, honestly, I thought I was going to crack it within the first few seconds of working on it. I did not think I was going to be able to get it out clean. So anyway, I sawzawed the bottom this way. It was kind of trying to be careful through here, right? Of course, dash was out and all that shit, so you don't have to worry about cutting that. Or I didn't. You guys might have to be. But anyway, then I used a wire. I used a real strong, thin wire. And I had my hands in between. Or what else did I use? I used those C-clamps, circles around. The wire was wrapped around. I was just saw it through with the wire all the way. So all this was wire, and then the Sawzall blade was at the bottom. I suppose I could have wired the bottom too, yeah, with everything out, I guess you could. But I thought it was way thicker down here, even though it looks like it was about the same. So, but yeah. And then I kept the rubber on it, because there was some rubber, and it had this angle right here, which is perfect because it's going to sit down, the window's going to sit down in this area. This area right here is going to be the part that has an opening. So it'll have an opening wedge like this. Where this rubber gasket is will be like, that'll be the air gap. That'll be the air gap when that window sits, because the rubber is the opposite. So because I have all this sealed with the gasket maker, so when the windshield sits on it, it goes scrunch, but it's an open wedge. So I later filled in the gap with the excess gasket maker, so it actually made a perfect seal. See, if it was cut the other way, like if the wedge was the other way, the window wouldn't sit right. There was no way I can seal it better. But because of the way it was cut, well, that's the way you can get to it, So anyway, that's just pretty cool. It worked out that way. So that's a good seal. I got one more tube I got to use on here. I used a tube pretty much to have, the bead. This, I made sure that all this was completely flat. Because it was pretty even on the windshield. I wanted to keep some rubber on the windshield though, because you want some rubber on there, just so the vibration and everything, and it's on there, so it's going to be part of. It'll be good. But I'm stoked I have a windshield now. I could actually test drive it without you know, a helmet and shit on or whatever, sunglasses. I'll actually get this thing, I need to get a trunk lid because that other side's damaged. That was the trunk lid from here. So I'm waiting on that. And I have the doors, but this door I bought a while ago, it has dents and shit. I'm not going to put a denty door on my car. So I got to order another door. And that it has a clean, perfect panel. So I don't have to do any body work to it. Because I'm doing enough body work. I don't want to do, and I could get it cheap, probably $300 for the door, a good one. So the trunk lid's about $400 or $500. So the shit's gonna get wrapped up here pretty quick, and I'll get inspected, and I'll get this thing. I'll get my freaking yeah, get my ride on.